Heck yeah, it was all worth it. And this box is one of the key components to get the final look I'm going for with the Focus ST. Now, it has a great looking front end, it's super sporty, but where we're going with this and the way it's gonna look when it's completely done is just gonna set it off. I've seen a couple other cars do it, but I'm really pumped for this one. So it's gonna look a little out of place right now when we put it on, but when the car's finished, oh, it's gonna look so good. So I encourage you guys to stay tuned, hit that subscribe button. We're all about building confidence in the garage, one car at a time, learning everything we wanna know before buying a sports car to whatever specific model we're working on. Right now it's the Focus ST, obviously, and then everything we need to know after you get one or you already have one to modifying it in your garage. Being completely comfortable doing it and knowing you can do it from start to finish with the help of these videos. So I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you want to learn something new, and maybe you might already know something, but I might have little tips and tricks. I'm always trying to learn new things, and you might learn something that might save you time. So let's get right into it. This is the Velocitech Engineering Big Mouth Ram Air Intake Snorkel. Gen 3 Velocitech Big Mouth Intake Snorkel sits in here like that. Can't forget about our hardware over here. The body is black on mine and the flare is white, and they do sell them without a flare, so it's a little more incognito. If you want to get some more air into your intake with this style, you don't have to get one that shows. I just like it, the look of it, as I'm sure most of you are, but if you are one of those guys that likes something subtle, then you can definitely get one without a flare. Now, looking at it, everything feels good. This is some nice plastic, or I don't know what this is. This is awesome. It's super lightweight. Reminds me of carbon fiber. And yeah, everything's super nice. Excited to put this on. Before we begin the install, 2015 to 18, 2015 plus, you do not have to take the front bumper off. Now, 2013, 2014, you do. I'm sorry, the facelift guy wins again, but just so you know, this is the 2015 plus way. If you guys haven't taken off a front bumper before, stay posted or look up another video. I will be posting that on the video at some point, and then I also have a second channel called Cameron Alford 2 where I upload like very basic tutorials. Nothing on the Focus yet. I usually wait till I'm almost done with the car and then repurpose the content to show you guys. So if you don't plan on doing this now, I will be posting about it later as far as taking the front bumper off. First things first, we're gonna go ahead and grab this guy right here. I'm gonna support it, okay? Pull it off, keep moving, moving. Come over here. Put eye on it. Pull from underneath. Cool, pretty simple. Got that out. This is what's called the shroud, and since the final look is not going to include the shroud, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the whole thing, but if you do want to, in the directions it shows you where you need to cut to get the Big Mouth Snorkel intake in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. If you reach your hand right inside here, there's a tab you wanna push out. Same with the other side. The best way to get it out is to almost get a grip on the top and push it down and pull out. And I just have to work it out smoothly without breaking anything. The top is the only thing that gets hung up. Looking at the front of the car, if we scoot up inside here, now you can see where that snorkel is gonna go and attach to. So next step is knowing where this bell mouth is. It's a stock one that is black right here. You need to get that off. There's two plastic clips up in here. First plastic clip is out. There's another one right behind this foam. Pretty hard to get to in here. To get this top black plastic piece off under the hood, we're gonna need a tool for plastic clips and a T30 Torx, which most things are on this car. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this guy right here in the corner. If you do not have tools like this and you want to start working in the garage, I have a link made specifically for you in the description to basic tools that are affordable and good entry level that I think you'd find very valuable. You'll see that tools and garage necessities list on Amazon. These tabs are connected to the bumper, so you just want to kind of get in here gently and separate it. Pull this out of a holder, and then this is like a bicycle brake. Finagle it out of here. Cool. The point of detaching all this is to gain some leverage. You can pull on this and then take a flathead screwdriver and put it down in this crack, and that way when this bell housing, the stock one, is sitting in there, you can go down here and pop this guy out. Now it's such a pain. I almost wish I would have taken the bumper off, but a lot of you guys might have some tools to help finesse it and make it a little easier. But the goal was to get in between and pry this guy out right here. But I ended up just breaking the whole tab, which is not a big deal at all. I didn't break the housing, so that's great. This is easily replaceable, this little clip right here that broke. So that's the only pain about this install, is getting this guy off. This lower clip right here is a major pain. Next, let's go ahead and pull this guy off. It's like a strap. And then let's get this intake hose out of here. Let's just pull this out. This is gonna give us a much easier access to get our bolts in. This is where we put the bolts in, and this is the most important part. You don't want to mess up. So we know that we need the shorter one on the passenger side and the longer one on the right side of the spacer, and we have washers and nuts on both sides. And then also, very important in the directions, seat the snorkel over the cowl. Do not over torque the nuts. Tighten until the nut is flush with the flange, then tighten around another 1/8 turn, because we don't want to crack that plastic or whatever the material is on the intake. So these directions are super good and straight to the point. And it has this zone of where you need to cut the stock shroud. Starting on the passenger side, we have our bolt with our 5mm Allen wrench, washer, and the nut. It is pretty hard to see, so you gotta work up and over and up and over, but you guys can get it. In between the intake and the cowling, or the fender, we wanna have this spacer. So what I'm gonna do, slide the bolt through halfway, slide the spacer on, stick that all the way through. Now I'm gonna get my washer and nut. Bingo. My Allen on one side. I've got a 10mm socket with a little baby extension. I'm sliding up in here to hold one of the nuts. Now I can twist on the Allen wrench side. This is definitely one of those installs that seems easier than it is. It takes a little bit of patience. It takes extreme patience when you're filming it, but nonetheless, I encourage you guys to get out here and try this. I know the end result will be worth it, but it definitely has its hiccups to finagle it in these tight spaces. That side's pretty tight. We're solid now, everything's good to go. I'm gonna pop this grill back in real quick. Looks sweet. Heck yeah, it's all worth it. Heck yeah, looks sweet. Need some LEDs next. Anyone have any recommendations for bulbs? Let me know.